Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for this March the 19th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. And thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Wednesday afternoon as well. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Alrighty. Let's take a look at these storm systems here across the country. As you can see, we got a little system here swirling out in the tropical Atlantic, non-tropical low that will continue to push away. System here in the mid-Atlantic, northeast, that will continue to push across the northeastern U.S. and then on off into eastern Canada. Also, we got another system here bringing some severe weather to portions of the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley, also in the portions of the Iowa and Illinois region that will continue to push eastbound, as well as that main storm system moves into southeast Canada. Here's another system here bringing some precipitation out west across Washington, Oregon State, Nevada, and also California region as well. That will continue to push east as well. Scattered activity down across South America and more in the eastern Pacific as well. Alright, here's a look at your local forecast. We're going to start off with your Thursday forecast. As you can see, we got some mixed precipitation from Maine to over here toward Lake Herring area, and a portion of Michigan down to a portion of Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Georgia, western North Carolina, back into a portion of West Virginia, western portion of Virginia as well. Also Pennsylvania up towards the Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, New York State area. Shower activity along coastal areas of Maine down to Rhode Island to Delaware, D.C., to Virginia, down to the Carolinas, also Georgia, northern Florida, also down into the northern Gulf. Got a little bit of critical fire weather here in portion of New Mexico, portion of southwestern or western portions of Oklahoma, northwestern Texas. More mixed precipitation through the Dakotas, to Montana, to Wyoming, to Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, northern California, with some snow in portions of Nevada, also in the portions of Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado region as well. Shower activity along coastal areas of California, Oregon, and Washington State, and also some in the coastal waters as well. Pockets of heavy snow also expected across portions of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Here's your Friday forecast. You can see we got mixed precipitation from portion of New Brunswick to Maine to New Hampshire to Connecticut to New York State. Some shower activity from New Jersey to Connecticut, Massachusetts, and also the coastal waters of the Atlantic. More shower activity from South Dakota to Nebraska to Iowa to Wisconsin to Illinois to Indiana, Ohio, southern Michigan, up here around northern Michigan, Wisconsin, around Lake Herring, Lake Superior region. Also expecting some mixed precipitation there as well. Some snow over portion of Wyoming and Colorado, and more mixed precipitation in Montana to Wyoming to Utah to Idaho, Nevada. Also portions of California and Oregon and Washington State with pockets of heavy snow in that vicinity, and more shower activity along coastal areas of Washington, Oregon State, and the coastal waters in the eastern Pacific. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, let's move on to this colorful watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alrighty, you can see now we got a lot of we got some winter storm warning, winter weather advisories over here in Washington, Oregon State, wind advisories there as well, and in northern California also. Also got some severe thunderstorm warnings in northern California and also in the portions of Oregon State. Wind advisories in portions of Idaho. High wind watches in effect in portion of Montana. A couple counties in Wyoming as well. Special weather statements in North and South Dakota. Wind advisories here in portions of Minnesota and also South Dakota. We got high wind warnings from Iowa to portions of Missouri, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. Blizzard warnings in the red from stretching from portions of Nebraska and Kansas through Iowa and also in the portion of southeast Minnesota. Winter storm warnings for portions of Wisconsin, northern Michigan. Also some hydro issues there as well. Also we got red flag warnings also in effect for the following states: Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, portions of Louisiana, southern Mississippi, Florida, northern Georgia, Arkansas, portion of Missouri, also up in Illinois, also in portions of eastern Kentucky, along the north and North Carolina and Tennessee border, also West Virginia, Ohio, also portion of southern New York State. We have wind advisories also stretching from Michigan to Illinois to Iowa to Missouri to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, also in the portions of Kentucky, also Alabama, Mississippi. Also some lake wind advisory across South Carolina. Special weather statements also in effect for North Carolina and Georgia. Freeze watches for portions of northwest Georgia and eastern Alabama. Also got some severe thunderstorm watches in effect for southern Michigan, western Iowa, much of Indiana. We've got tornado watches in the yellow for portions of Illinois, also in the portions of Kentucky and also portions of Indiana as well. Wind advisory up here, portion of northern New York State. Alright, we got the small craft advisory, gale warning stretching from Maine to the east coast of Florida, then from the Big Bend area of Florida to southeast Texas, then again from Southern California to Washington State, purple areas along Oregon State. This is storm warnings, and the river flood warnings also continue for portions of New York State, also portions of the Connecticut region, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, stretching from up here around Kentucky to Tennessee to areas of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and East Texas. Small craft advisory across the southern islands of the Hawaiian Chain Island. North side looks good. Small craft advisories around the freeze and spray warnings is also expected around the Alaska region, northern areas. Some winter weather advisories. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for day number 5 now. Still got that severe weather risk for slight risk stretching from Dallas to Waco to Lufkin to Alexandria, Shreveport, Jackson, Mississippi, and Greenville, Mississippi, and surrounding areas for severe weather on day number 5. Alright, now let's move on to the snowfall totals over the next 16 days. You can see the heavy snow precipitation from New Brunswick to Maine all the way down into West Virginia region, even portions of northern and western North Carolina you're included. Then back into Iowa, southeast Canada, around Michigan to all the way back in the portion of Minnesota through the Dakotas, also back in southwestern Canada, pockets out here in portion of Montana to Wyoming to Colorado, Utah, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, California, Nevada region as well. That's where the heaviest precipitation will be. Elsewhere, expect lighter precipitation than pretty much from a line from Central California all the way to South Carolina and even portion of the Outer Banks of North Carolina southbound. No snow is expected currently at this time. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather because that's the only weather you got. And also make sure you subscribe if you have not already.